Can you hear me properly?
Yes.
Okay. So, like, I'm working at Cognizant client location, Meghna.
Okay.
I was asked by the
Okay.
client to write up synopsis about you because they received the resume from Platter Technologies. So, this is
Okay.
to ensure that the interviewer will have your background beforehand and interview goes smoothly. Can you share your
Okay.
roles and responsibilities of your current and previous projects?
Like my current role was I was working as a Salesforce developer with Comcast, and there I was involved in building different features with the Salesforce platform. And there we had like a quarterly features. Like every feature used to come like like for a year we used to have like four features. So basically the features was like depending upon various products. So with Comcast we had like various products like Smart Office, Business TV, Video, and yeah, bolt-on offers. So basically what we used to do is we were using Visual Force pages for creating all the UI for those products. So like for example, if a user is there and if he wants to buy a product, so he will be calling to the sales agent of the of who is a Comcast employee only. So that agent will be taking all the details of the user, and then the user will be calling, and like he will be telling like this is a requirement, like this user wants to do this, so he will be noting down all the details. And then what we were using to do is, based upon the requirements, we were creating a page. So in that page, whenever user comes, he can select different products. So based on that products, we will be having different offers. So if he selects internet, then we will have all the offers related to internet, like bolt-on offers, promotional offers, like. And also like if he goes to the next page, configure screen, so in that screen what he can do is he can select offers, and also like he can select the configuration, like along with internet he can select smart office too. And finally like he can install pre-conditions, and then he can submit his order. And once the order is submitted, and from there we were integrating with external systems. So my roles was like I was working with Apex triggers, batch classes, schedule classes, Visual Force pages, and also some of the part of the administration, working with profiles, roles, record types, page layouts, and all.
Okay, like your overall IT experience, like how many years of
Uh,
experience do you have?
yeah, I have 4+ years of working with IT. To
Okay.
overall 4+years. Yeah.
Okay, like you're much into developer or admin?
I'm much into development.
So you do you have admin experience?
Yes, I do have admin experience.
Like how many years?
I have worked with admin like 2 years.
Okay, coming to developer, from starting you're into developing.
No, no, no. I started my career as an admin, and then I was moved into development.
Okay, then. So at present you're working in developing team, right?
Yes, I was working as a developer with Comcast.
So like you have 4.5 years experience. You're still in
Yes.
project?
Actually, my contract got over like last week.
Okay,
Yeah, so I'm looking for a new role right now.
okay. So like you have gone through job description which Paul has sent you?
Yes, I think the job description is pretty short.
Yes, yes.
It just says like they're looking for a developer right now with
Yes,
4 to 5 years
developing
of
plus admin.
experience. Yeah, development plus admin. See, like development means automatically the admin will also comes under it, because if we know administration only, then only we can jump to the development. Without knowing the
Yes,
concepts of admin, we cannot do the back end work, right?
yes. Like I'm gonna ask
Yeah.
you technical questions regarding job description, Meghna. Okay.
Okay.
So like you're into Visual Force integration, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So like can you tell me the difference between a role and a profile?
Role is basically record level access. So basically, role it gives us the designation of a user. For example, like if you have four roles in any company, so a VIP, VP, or like manager. Under that you have like associate. Under that you have like normal employees. So the roles is like record level access, and whatever the role VP has, then he can see like on the top of VP, there'll be like VIP, so he can see the role whatever is assigned to him. He can see his accesses. And profile deals with object level permissions. So profile is like heart of Salesforce. So it has many users. So we can assign we can assign one profile to one user. A user can be assigned to only one profile, but a profile can be assigned to many users. So it deals with object level permissions, like whenever you want to give object level permission like read, create, write, accesses, then you can go with profiles. But coming to the roles, it completely deals with the record level access. Whereas role, I told you, it deals with completely with the objects, custom objects and standard objects. And we do have like two types of profiles: standard profiles and custom profiles. Standard profiles are something which we already have built in Salesforce, but custom profiles are something we need to create it. Like we can clone the standard ones and we can create the those things. And also like profiles means like you'll be having number of users and you need to buy some licenses. There are only some like predefined licenses. There are only some that which comes with the additions. But when you are working for a company, when you have your own company, and if you want to like work with Salesforce platform, then you have to buy sandboxes and you have to buy licenses. So for that we use profiles in order to assign the license for any user and all.
Okay. Coming to integration part, like can you
Okay.
tell me like why external IDs are used?
External IDs, because see, we have IDs in Salesforce. So that ID is only related to Salesforce org only. But if we want to integrate something out of Salesforce, then we will be having one external ID. So basically, it will be different from the ID which we have it in Salesforce. So in order to recognize that, we will use external IDs in integrations whenever we are integrating some third-party system to Salesforce,
Okay.
so that we can know like what exactly we are doing, from where it is coming. So for that we use it is like the similar thing only, but we are using external IDs in order to know like from where it is coming and where exactly we are working with it.
Okay. Like can you give an example of a Salesforce API and its usage?
Salesforce API means like I have worked with various projects, and I have used REST integration services with Salesforce.
Okay.
So one second, I got an email. 1 minute,
Yeah.
just give me. I'm getting a lot of mails. So this is the important one which I need to answer. Uh, Yep, got it. Yeah. So basically, I have used like a REST API mostly because we had a project. Sorry, I'm getting continuously calls. I'm using my Skype in phone. I don't know, it's not working in my system. Okay, so coming to the REST API, so I have mostly worked with REST API and metadata APIs. REST APIs have worked in order to create a connected app which will enable like OAuth settings and utilizing third-party application and like creating callback URL in order to get the client ID and the client secret and pushed into the third-party application developer, and created a dedicated integration user and gave few mandatory best practice permissions like assigning connected apps which were built earlier with the integration user. So basically for third party integration I have used this REST API with the Salesforce.
Okay, like how sharing rules is used in Salesforce. Sharing rules?
Sharing rules are used in order to enforce the sharing settings. Yeah.
Can you explain me about static resource?
Static resources are basically whenever you want to whenever you're dealing with images, you want to store images and all. For that, we basically go for URLs and all. We use static resource and Visual Force pages.
Okay.
Whenever we're dealing with documents, yeah, basically images. For that, we use static resources.
Can you explain me about governor limits?
Governor limits, like Salesforce is a multi-tenant architecture. Like it has various shared resources which cannot be shared with other platforms. So It will monopolize its resources, and we have some limitations. Like there should be only like 150 records for DML rows, and there should be only 10,000 SQL queries and like 100 email callouts. So for that purpose, like as I told you, it's a multi-tenant Salesforce. So for that reason, we avoid. So we have some best practices in order to maintain the governor limits. So for that, governor limits comes into picture.
Like how are bucket fields used in Salesforce?
Bucket fields, yeah, we don't need to actually create a custom field for if we have a bucket fields, we can directly get the calculations and all in reports. So basically that fields we come across in reports. So we can easily get the sum and all. So we don't need to create anything. It will automatically get the details if we have that bucket field.
Coming to admin, like can you tell me
Okay.
like what are the portals available in Salesforce?
Portals.
Yeah.
Okay, customer portal and
Yes.
partner portal.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Like
so the partner portal, customer portal is something like where you can, for example, like you have Facebook, so you can interact with people over there. So the same thing, the portal is there for Salesforce users, like
okay.
whoever wants to discuss anything and all. So for that case, we go with partner portal and community portals. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
customer portal.
Like how
We
will
have
you how will you delete or freeze users in Salesforce.com? Delete or
We
freeze?
cannot, yeah, we cannot actually delete a user in Salesforce. A user can be only deactivated or it can be freezed. And once it is freezed, you can just go to the settings setup. If you go to the setups and if you can click on user under customize, then you can find like you can go by the profile or you can go by particular profile. If you go there you can find the users. If you go to that particular user, then you will have that option to deactivate, or you can have, if you deactivate, then user cannot log into Salesforce. Even if you freeze the say user, then you'll get your license back. But actually we cannot delete any user in Salesforce. We can only deactivate them, or we can only freeze them.
Okay. Like how to set the login hours and login IP ranges in the user.
Yeah, that will be there in the profiles, object level settings. So if you will login IP ranges and login IPRs, you can just go there, and in the setup, if you'll click on profiles, you will have so many permissions over there in object level. So there you can go and you can actually set up some hours and yeah, like in minutes or like some area. So there, if you can go and give the limitation, or you can give for particular user as a system admin, then that particular user only can log in during the office hours. For example, if you have given the login hours as 9 to 5, so the user with particular a profile, he can only log in from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. He cannot, after going home, he cannot log in because he doesn't have the permission. So for that purpose, we use login IP ranges and login IP hours.
Like can you explain me about dynamic dashboard?
Dynamic dashboards are something which cannot be scheduled. So it's completely different from like normal dashboards. So they are actually dynamically done. So I haven't worked with dynamic dashboards, but I have the idea about it. That
You can
it
share your
can't be scheduled.
experience if you have idea also.
Yeah, basically, I have never worked with dynamic dashboards. I have never got a chance to work with it, but I have worked with the normal dashboards, like how it works, like how we create the reports for all the data we have, and then we schedule them in a normal dashboard. But dynamic dashboard is something which I didn't come across, but I just know like how it works, but it's not that much necessary right now because we have like so many releases of Salesforce, and we are coming across very new concepts. So nowadays it's not that much used. Previously we used to use, but now like many organizations are not going with dynamic dashboards.
Okay. Okay, Meghna, thanks for your time. I've written on the synopsis. Like recruiter will be in touch with you for the further interview time. So thank you.
Okay, and this is for which client? TCS?
Just a second. Just a second. Okay.
Yeah.
It's for Cognizant.
Cognizant. Can you tell me the recruiter name?
It's Paul.
Okay, okay, Paul. Okay, got it.
Yes.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
And you have like multiple positions, right?
Yes. Yes. Like
Okay, so what will be the next steps?
actually, we'll send the video to end client. They'll schedule an interview.
Okay, okay, okay.
Like that
Okay, fine.
details will be given by Paul. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay,
Bye.
fine. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Yeah. Bye.